Welcome guys to Whitesun's Monster Hunter World stream. We'll be enjoying a bit of a, shall we say, couple of hours, me killing monsters for the most part, and hopefully not having to run into any difficulties, shall we say. So right now I am in the Gathering Hub. I was about to do a couple of arena quests, but you know what? I might save that for later. So we're just gonna do a couple of quests. So for people who have no idea how this game works like this, you take quests from any of the quest counters. For example, right now, you can do a couple of things. You can do assign, optional, investigations, or events. For the most part, I'll be doing investigations. Optionals, I could do a couple of them just to let you see what you can do. Usually these ones are just optional quests that you get as the storyline progresses and stuff like that. Assign, this is basically all assign quests that you get, so basically you'll get this as the storyline continues, and this is just, you don't have to worry about unlocking any of this. It's just, you know, it's given to you as you progress. So let's just do a couple of investigations. What should I do? You know what? Let's start with something simple. For the most part, I main a bow and Monster Hunter, so I mean, I have tried the longsword and I have tried a couple of other weapons, but for the most part, I'm a bow user. Bow for life. No, I am using a base PS4. I am not using a Pro. With the Pro, I believe you can use a couple of things that will help you out get better with the graphics. Mainly, just it looks prettier on the Pro. I haven't seen too much big difference between the optimization between the regular one and the Pro, but for what I need, it works. Right, so let's see something. We'll go with I'll go with elemental resistance large, mainly because of that increase to my health and to my stamina. I never get tired of watching this, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's one difference. Now that I think about it, yeah. This one can only go to 720 when it comes to broadcasting. That's the only main issue when it comes to the regular PS4, is that it doesn't allow you to stream in native 1080p. But you know, it is what it is sometimes. Manage items. I don't think I'll need the ancient version. I don't think I'll need it, but just in case. So, when you first, here's a little tip for people who haven't played this game. You can do loadout customizations. So basically, what you can do is by pressing the options button, you're allowed to basically create different loadouts for whatever monster you're dealing with. So let's say that you're dealing with a monster that is weak to fire. So you want to create a build that is around killing those type of monsters, which I have done here. I believe we are dealing with Kulu-Yaku, Rathalos, and Tobikadachi. And Rathalos is, I know it's for Drake. Tobikadachi, I'll be using water for them, so I'll be using my Hydrostone for Tobikadachi, and I'll be using Drake's Wrath for Rathalos. Kulu-Yaku, I think he's... Let me check, just to be sure. That one I haven't done a lot. Monster Field Guide. Alright, so he's weak to water, so I'll use just my water storm for dealing with both Tobi Kadachi and Kuroyaku. So change equipment. You might think, yeah, Whitesun, question. Your armor hasn't changed. Yeah, the armor hasn't changed because what I have done here is create a build based on water damage. So, as you can see, I have created decorations and stuff like that that will increase my water attack and will unlock my water attack from this weapon. So, by getting certain decorations and getting certain jewels to drop for you, you will allow to pretty much customize your build the way you want to. Alright. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing good on this beautiful Wednesday night on Wednesdays with Whitesun. I should change the name. I don't like it, but you know, for something like this, for the first episode, I guess, you know, we'll just go from that. And today also Devil Jewel was released, so we might run into the pickle, which I'm not looking forward to. Really not looking forward to. Alright, so let's see. So, when you first start playing Monster Hunter, you will see this like fireflies, and it's the new system that they added for Monster Hunter World, which allows you to, you know, pretty much get a feel of where the monster is located. The fireflies will allow you to go near to the first couple of tracks, and once you accumulate tracks in the map, it's gonna allow you to, you know, search for the next mark, and then it will search, and as you fill up the gauge for investigations or for, you know, finding the monster, it will allow you to, you know, track it in the map. So let's see where this flies leads us. It might lead us to Tobi Kadachi. Yep. First footprints for Tobi Kadachi, track monster. And it's up top. Alright, so there's a couple of Rathalos tracks right there as well, so what does Drake Rats have in cut in? Oh lord. I will be dealing with dragons and Rathalos is weak to dragon. I don't know why. I mean, you would think that a fire-breathing dragon would be weak to water, but stop roaring, you piece of shit. All right, so it would depend. For me, I have more enjoyment both ways. You know, I'm not, you know, too picky about dealing with certain friends or just being solo. By this point, I'm used to it. But I think you will have much more fun playing with friends because of the shenanigans we can get into. Come on. Alright. Got his attention. Can you not go away, you disgusting piece of stuff. Alright, Tobi Kadachi, let's see what you want. That's the one thing that I really do hate about, you know, monsters in general. They tend to roar a lot, especially for bow users. And especially this goddamn electric squirrel. Alright. obviously your first runs with this specific monster is not going to be as easy. Yeah. The things that you really want to complete with co-op is investigations when it comes with higher tier monsters and for the arena quest. I wouldn't suggest doing the arena quest by yourself. I mean, it can be done, but I'll show you what happens when I get there. Most of the arena monsters have their health multiplied times 2. Basically, the arena quests are meant to be done with 2 people. They're not meant to be done solo. And most of the world's, rankings when it comes to, speed runs, they're gonna be either 2, 3, 4 minutes with 2 people, and with 1 person you're going about 6, 7, 12, 15 minutes. It's not. They have too much health. The monsters honestly have too much health for the arena challenges to do it by yourself. It's not worth it. I mean, with a Kulu-Yaku by yourself, it's gonna take you about, on average, about 7 to 8 minutes. And by yourself, with 2 people, it's gonna take about 2 minutes. It's not worth it in my opinion. I was actually doing a couple of arena challenges before the stream just to get a feel of what we had for the, weekly reset. And boy, was it a pain in the butt dealing with their Gigante by myself. No. Just no. Just don't go. Yes, there is loot-specific quests. It will allow you to create arena armor, which, in my opinion, it's not as good as some of the late armor. But for, shall we say, somebody who's just in the middle of the game, like, halfway through getting into high rank, they can be decent and they can help you out, to farm other weapons while you're getting some better stuff. So, I think I just saw Kulu-Yaku somewhere around here. Also, another thing. Usually when you are not dealing with monsters, you can warp from side to side. Well, I wouldn't say warp, but you could, fast travel from one side of the map to the other. But when you're dealing with, aggroing monsters and stuff like that, you are not allowed to move. So, I see Kulu-Yaku a couple of steps along the way, so we'll just, fast travel to the camp, and then we'll go deal with that goddamn rock turkey. As you uncover different monsters and stuff like that, you will... I wouldn't say investigations, but your research on them, it's going to increase. It's going to allow you to see what their weaknesses, which parts can you break for armor, which parts can you break for getting better materials and stuff like that, and what's their most weak element. Yep, it's the whole map. It is actually the only loading screens you have in this game is switching from map to map, but there's no loading screens between certain areas of the map. It is one continuous open space, which is like in other other Monster Hunter games, that was not the case. It was just load screen after load screen after load screen. This has made, like, it reminds me of the original Dark Souls, to be perfectly honest. Like a whole continuous map where you can do pretty much anything in it within the time constraints, and you can just do a lot of just exploring, just messing around with the world. Can you not shoot, piece of disgusting iguana? God Lord, I fucking hate Jaggers with a passion. Not to mention fucking Great Jaggers hasn't done shit for me after doing 54 investigations, and that motherfucking doesn't want to drop a crown, because you know what? Fuck Marlon, that's why. And sorry for the cursing, but I will not be censoring myself when it comes to this game. It can be a bit of shall we say, rage-inducing game sometimes. All right, so let's see what the hell is he doing right now. Okay, so he's heading to section. Okay. All right, so so the crowns are basically here. I think it's better if I just show you. So you're gonna see in your monster field guide, as you're fighting monsters more and more and more, you will see that the ecology first starts popping up, then the physiology where you can tell you physiology, where the elements it's weak to, what elements it's much more weak to, what things can you break, what things you cannot break. And as you're getting higher into the ranks, you will see what materials it drops. For example, you will see that for low rank Kuluyaku, the highest thing it will drop will be monster bone, which is the most common, and like the rarest will be the Kuluyaku beak. Now the crowns. The game is randomly generated when it comes to monster itself, or when it comes to monster size. So the crowns, to get the trophy, you basically need to get crowns for every single monster in the game. You basically need to beat the mini size monster and the largest size of the monster. So you can see I am missing a ton. Yeah, trust me. So I am missing a ton of crowns. So, and I'm done with Kuluyaku. I don't have to beat him, but Rock Turkey, as I like to affectionately call him, has been a bit of a pain in my butt for the past shall we say 2 months. Every single time I try to beat it just does some retarded shit. And I mean, I don't hate it like I hate Diablos, but it's just annoying sometimes, especially when they're dealing with their retarded ass rock. So best way you can do is, once you know where the monster is in the map, the best thing you can do is just go to your map, press R3, and and it will allow you to locate it exactly, and it will allow you your fireflies to, for the most part, figure out what it is. Oh, so you've been. Oh, hey Kuluyaku, how you doing, buddy? Stealing eggs, like fucking always. It's a bit of a rat, if you ask me, man. But I'll tell you this, it's a very interesting world. If you, for the most part, most people just tend to, go kill monsters left and right. Oh, I gotta kill this guy, so I go kill that one. But the more time you spend looking at the ecology and just looking at the environment, you realize that everything is it's like the real world. It's there is a food chain. Kuluyaku will not be dealing with any monster that is higher than his, but it will bully herbivores, and it will steal eggs from people, and yet this motherfucker has the balls to go and steal eggs from Rathalos. Like you would think that this guy, barely has any health, barely has any fucking power, uses a rock, and yet it will go and steal fucking a wyvern's eggs. For all the shit that I give him, he has some big cojones. Now, before starting the stream, I decided to give my Palico the Firefly cage, which will help me in most of his hunts. classes. I guess you could say that there are classes in the game, but I think for the most part it is basically there is builds, and the way that I see it is like this. Just because you use a build doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna use it the same way that somebody else does. The bows, 3 main attacks are this: charge. Just normal shots. You're gonna charge it, and it's gonna expend stamina. Now another way of using it will be with the Dragon Piercer, which is just it's gonna pierce the monster several times until it runs over. So the more you line up the shot, the more you're gonna hit the monster. So if you look at my build right now, it's basically around 50% affinity, which is critical hits, high water damage. So I'm gonna use things that increase my critical, things that increase my my affinity, and things that will increase my water attack. I will use skills that will increase my charge, and it will increase my attack from the get-go. If I wanted to use something else, like, you know, like dash across the map and use my rock attack, I will have to change my skills to better equip it. So you don't necessarily, like, even if, for example, like, say that you use a bow. Just because I use the bow one way doesn't mean that I'm a range class. I could be ranged, but I could also be, you know, melee with the bow, because what the rocks do, it allows you to knock down the monster, and you will use skills that increase your knockdown. So just because you have a bow doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna play the same way that somebody else has. And the same thing with every other weapon in the game. You can use a longsword, which is predominantly just large hitting, slow, and you can use it to defend, like a shield, as opposed to just using it as a, you know, hard hitting, big ass, let me kill this guy just with a couple bangs to the head and stuff like that. And there's certain liberties when it comes to the weapons, that you can play the way you want to. Every weapon in the game is viable. So if you don't like the way how the bow works, and you enjoy how the dual blades work, you can use them, and no matter what you do, they will be as powerful, if not stronger, than other weapons that you don't normally use. So for example, for me, let's say that I suck at using dual blades, you know, and I don't optimize the build to be able to fully use the dual blades. You know, just because I suck at it doesn't mean that, you know, somebody else cannot do that and just make them work perfectly. You know, it's down to preference to the person playing it, and I think that's the beauty of the game. You know, it allows you to. You're never gonna be stagnant. You know, with certain games, you know, there's only a certain way that you want to play a certain weapon. It's like, oh, you know, it's a bow, so you're gonna just hang back and just, you know, shot until the fucking monster dies. No, you can get close range, and you can, you know, get really effective with it. One thing that I will add, though, is that there are 2 types of builds right now when it comes to the meta of the game. There's elemental bows, and there is elementalist bows, meaning raw. Let's see if I can get into this thing. One thing that I love about this game is that you can change equipment mid-fight. So let's say, for example, that I was dealing with Tobi Kadachi and I was dealing with Kuluyaku. Now I don't need to use my water bow anymore. I can just change into my dragon's bow, meaning it's gonna, if you see it, it's gonna see that the element is gonna change to dragon element, and the affinity is gonna go to 25%. Now, why does that? Because it's a different type of skills. the best skill that I honestly will tell you that you must have in any build, it is weakness exploit. It is way too good of a thing to pass out. It's attacks. Most builds use this thing to level 3. It is attacks that hit weak spots have a 50% increased affinity. So for weapons like let's see if I can find it. Weapons like the Diablo's bow that has a native -30% affinity, it will allow you to reduce that hindrance and allow you to maximize the weapon's attack power. Or if you're using a weapon that normally has 0 affinity, you can increase it to 25%, 30% with the jewels, and with weakness exploit, it allows you to get it as close to 100% affinity as possible. Now, we're going to be dealing with Rathalos right now, so I'm changing my weapons to Dragon Attack, because we're going to be dealing with a nasty ass son of a gun. You have to make the loadouts. There's no loadouts preset for you. You have to make them yourself, and that's the beauty of it. Also, if you're using just raw weapons are mainly used for any type of. I gotta try to talk here from and like I hate this. Hit. Whoa. I hate when they roar like that. God damn it. Let me guess. I was poisoned. You really need to manage your health when it comes to this guy. Alright, so. Yeah, trust me. There are certain things that I really want to use on this guy. It's just so frustrating sometimes dealing with his poison and dealing with his fire attacks just in a very close area. Also, mind you, I was trying to get this thing to hit the rock so like the waterfall would hit him. And man, that just gets really frustrating. So you know what? I don't want to change equipment, but what I do want to do is this. Okay. Any flashbacks? I don't have any flashbacks. Off to farm I go then. Alright, so let's see, where is Thunderbug? Okay, we'll go from there. Okay, so there's the god bug. I don't need that. I do need a flash bucket. It should be here somewhere. guessing it's below? That's odd. Let's see, where the hell is... Come on. Why is it not letting me, like... Why is it not letting me... Scaffold reach your destination. Yeah, I get it. So should be right here, though. Should it? I'm gonna be pissed if I find out that this stupid thing is like right below me now. You know, I'll just go for the bottom one, you know. They had it with this stupid thing. Oh, you have to be kidding me, right? Wow. Jump all the way down and... Oye, joder. Okay, this is getting annoying. I know they're here. Where the fuck are they? God darn it. There we go. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay, now let's see. Now that I have a couple of flash pods, this is gonna make the fight immensely easy. Or at least it should be. Did not want to do that. Okay, okay, so he's up top. Like always. Yeah. really hate when it comes to the design. When I'm playing by myself, you know, everything just goes smooth and everything just goes the way that I want it to. And yet when I'm doing streaming and stuff like that, it's always one BS after another, after another, after another. Oh, you're licking yourself, huh? Too bad. Now, if you're like me and you're getting absolutely tired of dealing with roars, God. Oh no, you have to be kidding me. No, 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 no. Stun effect and then poison. Alright, that's it. I've had it. Now I'm getting pissed. Should be, huh? Like, you see, this is BS. It's like... This is just retarded. What is wrong with this guy? Jesus Christ. Combo after combo after combo. Just give me a fucking break, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, at least most fights are in this close to close, you know. gone. Alright. Now, if we had just done that from the beginning, it wouldn't have so much trouble. I wouldn't lose some bullshit of a fucking rewards from this motherfucker. But, you know, it is what it is sometimes. Oh, I got a plate. Alright. So you did give me something decent in your fucking life, huh? Oh, they don't have bars. The closest thing you're gonna have in this game for a life bar on a monster is gonna be a little... It's gonna be a little... Like, if you look at the bottom, you see this, like, Vespoid. You will see, like, icons of the monsters on the map. Not on the map, but your hub. And below them, you will see, like, a... flat line. You will see... Okay. So you do give me a couple of gems. Kind of rare, but... decent. I'll take it. So, you will see you see a flat line on them, and it's going to be their heartbeat. As the heartbeat keeps getting, less erratic and more calm to the point where the bar is just basically going like this. Like it becomes like a very straight line. That's when you know the monster's about to die. Also, so 2 Rathalos plates. Okay, that's actually decent. You will see in the minimap as well that there's skulls coming out of the monsters. That's your cue to know that the monster's about to die, and that's when you're supposed to go capture it if you want to capture it, or if the quest requires you to capture it. Or you can just, go ahead and kill it, like I usually do. Well, there are certain monsters that I kind of tend to capture, specifically Diablos, because Diablos can suck a dick for all I fucking care. So that's usually what a hunt does. So let's go to the workshop and I'll go show you how the crafting system works, how the weapon system works, and what you can expect. Now, the way that this game works is you don't level up. The way you get better in this game, or at least better, it's by crafting better gear and better armor and better weapons. The sets have the skills. The hunter does not have anything. So it all depends on the gear you're wearing. Certain sets will increase your defense when it comes to certain elements better than some others, and certain sets will give you better attacking skills as opposed to supporting skills. So upgrade equipment, we'll go for forge. So right from the get-go, you will get the beginning stage of every weapon in the game. So you will have the beginning greatsword. So you will start out with a buster sword. The sword and shield, you will start out with the hunter's knife, which is the low rank. You will start with everything here. The game will give it to you for free. Now, as you progress into the game, you're able to forge better weapons. And each weapon will come with a element, will come with certain advantages over the other weapons. But there's gonna be a point where you cannot forge a weapon right from the get-go. So let's say that see, so a weapon that I kind of want to try out. Okay, that's sword and shield. So when you first start out, the game is gonna let you forge the iron version, the ore version, and it's gonna let you, and it's gonna allow you to use the bone cookery. This is gonna be your 2 starting weapons. After that, we will allow you to go to your tree, and this is where the magic happens. This is where you're basically gonna start on your path to upgrading your weapons, depending on how you want to play it, how you want to deal with it, or what you want to do. So every monster in the game has their own trees and their own playstyles and their own elements. So for me, and as you progress into the game, you will be able to increase the weapons, performance and rank. So I was thinking about either making the Sino Mabura, which is a weapon from the final boss in the game, or thinking about doing the Thunderbolt sword. So I might go for Teostra as well. Yeah, don't ask why. Just don't. I don't like their Gigantes weapons, I'll tell you that, but they're decent. Do I really want to go for it? Oh. So, for me to craft the Sinojiva weapon, I'm gonna need a black steel sword. So your requirements are gonna be Dragonvale crystal, but times 10, Earth crystal times 10, Coral crystal times 10, and Light crystal times 10. A lot of these materials are rare, so it's gonna take quite a while to farm a couple of them to just get your first weapon started. And as you continue to progress, it's gonna become much more difficult. So I did say that I was gonna go for the sword and shield, but there's a specific weapon that I kind of want to make first before that, and I already have. So we're gonna go for the bow. So I already have a black steel bow times 2. So we're gonna go to upgrade, and upgrade is gonna let you get all the weapons that you have, and it's gonna let you upgrade them. So I have a black steel bow, I have a black steel bow 2. Now the black steel bow 2, which is here somewhere. Got tier weapon. Well, there are. Oh, here's a few of them. If you honestly do really want to get a really good weapon, right from the get-go, there's a couple of things you can do. So let's go to upgrade. The fire and ice one, because it has 2 elements. It has blast element and it has ice element, and it does wonders when it comes to certain monsters. The Jagger Scudo, if you're doing for the charge blade, it's a decent weapon. It's really, really good. It's gonna allow you to, if you upgrade it correctly, it's gonna allow you to have 2 level 3 jewels for decorations, and it's gonna allow you to have a level 2, which will coming handy when it comes to certain builds and it comes to certain skills that comes into decorations. For bows, any elemental weapon. For bows, what you really want to do is just you want to craft every elemental weapon for the bows, and you want to craft Doom Shaft, and you want to craft where's the Diablos? A Vahasak, and you want to craft the Diablos, the Zero Coil Bender. This is the highest raw weapon when it comes to bows, and if you're able to get rid of that negative 30 affinity and keep it at 0 or at least 15, then it's going to be doing some major work against enemies. Raw weapons are very utilitarian. You're basically using them if you're going on hunts where you're dealing with different monsters with different elements, and you don't want to go back and change between, okay, so I was battling a water monster, so I need to change my electric weapon because now I'm gonna go fight a fire monster and it's not gonna work. With raw weapons, you don't have to worry about that. You can just go, okay, water, fire, lightning, thunder. It's, you know, it's a pocket knife. It's basically what you're dealing with raw weapons. Most elemental weapons will outperform them when it comes to the bows, but for the most part, raw weapons when it comes to, like, let's say, fortune weapons, any high-hitting weapon like great swords, hammers, charge blades, switch axe, things that have heftness to it. Like, it's something that they weigh very much, and you cannot just, like, oh, let me just use this Buster Sword like Cloud and just go an Omni Slash and just kill it fast. No. With high value motion weapons, that are the great sword, hammers, switch axe, charge blades, elementals will go a long way. For faster hitting weapons like the bows, the sword and shield, the longsword, the dual blades, you really kind of want to go for elements for those ones. They're much more better suited for those. For armor, as you can see, the armor has the skills. Like, this is the armor that you start out with. And this one will have no skills because it's just a starting armor. But as you progress into the game, you will see that the defense gets getting higher, and while the elements are, when you first start out with the game, you're gonna deal with this, which is low rank stuff. The low rank, all you're doing is just basically crafting gear to increase your defense and to increase your elemental resistance against monsters. So piggyback on like the god tier weapons, most of the high rank stuff, like once we get into like this kind of stuff, will work wonders because of the high defense and the high, you know, damage that it can output. But for the most part, with low rank, all you're really doing is just, you know, increasing your defense and increasing your resistance for elements. So if you look at the skills, most of them for the first low ranks, they're not really that necessary, but they kind of help a little bit. So let's say, for example, that you just killed Kuluyaku, and I'm able to craft its armor. This is what it's going to look like after crafting every single piece of it, and this is the skills that you're going to have with it. Disregard the critical eye. That's my necklace and that has nothing to do with the set. You're gonna start out with fire resistance, stamina surge, item prolonger, and pro transporter. Which for certain quests, it's gonna allow you to have a better chance of completing them faster because of the way that the skills work. Most of the low rank armor, you're really gonna go through them quickly enough. I don't see anybody, unless they're masochistic and they like kind of stuff like that, you know, will go out of their way to use this unless you really want to have a challenge. Which for certain monsters, I don't know why you would do that, but it is what it is. For the alloy, you will have poison resistance, windproof, defense boost, water resistance, and speed sharpening. Now, for this set, for beginners, this is actually pretty good. Specifically for sword users and, you know, melee weapon specialists. As we keep getting higher, the skills will change. Weapons that I would, no, armor that I would consider over the other ones will be this. And enough. Rathian. The Tsitsi, I wouldn't use it. I mean, it looks cool, but it's the skills just don't do anything for you for the most part. Lumu, unless you really want to be part of, you know, the dancing group of the YMCA, I don't think you would use that. But you know, if that's the only one you can kill at the moment and that's what you want to do, then go on ahead, you know. Gyros is a decent one once you move into the Rotten Vale. It gives you a fluvial expert, which it does so much help at nullifying that stupid fluvial crap into the Rotten Vale. It's a really good set when you first start out for the Rotten Vale, so you want to go look for that. The band, the Radobon, you know, decent, but you could skip it. Ingot, you can craft a few parts right there to get that health boost and the tunnel resistance and that windproof if you really want to. But oh, and one thing. So this is the thing, Gustavo. Any weapon you can just mix and match. You don't have to make the entire set. If you only like the helmet and that's the only thing that you want, you can just make that. You don't have to make the entire set. You can mix and match. And while you may look kind of goofy, that's the beauty of Monster Hunter. Sorry about that. It's that you can mix and match and, you know, create a build that is specifically made tailored to your needs and to the things that you need in the game at that specific moment. You will never think, oh, I need this set, unless you're almost at the end of the game, like, you know, Hunter rank 100, 120, and you're just doing like investigations. By that point, you already refine the build that you really want to do, and by that point, you're just mixing. You're not mixing and matching. I'll tell you what, for low rank stuff, there's no like bonus set for the entire full set. But when you get into the high rank, there is a bonus set. So let me give you a, if you really want to go for the Native American feel, then by all means go on ahead. So after you have completed the Sora Magdaros quest, which will be, I want to say halfway through the middle of the game, I guess you could say that, you're gonna have to go back and redo a lot of the things in high rank. Now, In high rank, the enemies are stronger, faster, hit harder, but you can craft better weapons and better armor. So, let's take a look at the keyring. Now, this is the keyrings. Again, disregard the critical eye. All you're worrying about is just thunder resistance, light resistance, thunder attack, marathon runner, and divine bless. So, what do every single skill does? Once you get into like this ones, once you pass the I want to say what's Kadachi? Let me try. Yeah, once you pass Seamus, and Hornator, I think. Yeah. Right here. This is when this bonus set starts. So, Anjanath power. By equipping 3 pieces of the Anjanath gear, you will temporarily reduce your stamina depletion when health is at 40% or lower. That's going to be the bonus set. For Rathian, you see, some of them have it, some of them don't. But once you get into the high rank, almost all of them have it. So, not this, just low rank. Let me check the dome one. Gotta go back and check every single one of them because it's been a long time since I actually check what they have. So once you get into the high rank, basically what's happening is that every single set is going to have 2 types of sets. You're going to have the alpha set and you're going to have the beta set. Now, the beta sets... Oh, let me rephrase that. Every set is going to have alpha or beta. The alpha comes already pre-equipped with certain skills. Level 3s, level 3s, level 3s, level 2s, level 1s. While the beta sets, it's going to have less skills. But what they're going to have is they're going to have decoration slots. And this is going to allow you to, customize your build the way you want it to as you get the decorations that you need for the game. Decorations drop from investigations, high rank quests, and optional quests, I guess, sometimes, and event quests. And this decorations are going to be the ones that you can customize your build. So, but going back into the whole set thing, in high rank, if you saw in the other set, Anjana had only 1 bonus. The high rank one has 2. By equipping 2, you're gonna get the original bonus set that you had in the low rank, but by equipping 4, you're gonna get, the second bonus, which is gonna increase your stamina cap. Both beta and alpha have the bonus sets, and certain... So, Pink Rathian has the bonus set which extends the duration of your poison's effect on monsters. Rotterbind has no effect. I guess if you really want to look like a Russian doll, but alright, whatever. Do the gamma? Nope, just blast resistance. The first set you will create after you get to high rank, it's going to be the Zoromaster's quest. So 3 pieces, it's going to allow you to have, you know, Zoromaster's Mastery, which increases your abnormal status effect damage against paralysis, poison, sleep, blast when landing critical hits. A good set that you really want to go for is this one, the Legiana, both low rank and high rank, because it allows you to increase your quest rewards, which is going to allow you to better farm monsters and allow you to get those, you know, rare materials that you need. And, you know, the Legiana favor if you are a bow user, which I am, and for the most part I use this set a lot when I was going from hunter rank, you know, 29 to about 40. You know, I used this set a lot. So, but the set that I used the most was the Legiana B, because, well, excuse me, because of those decoration slots. You know, I was able to mix and match and you know tailor my build to what I needed. The game has a lot of depth into it, you know, and trying to describe it in 45 minutes is not the most easiest thing to do. So, for example, let's just take my build right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 3 dragon jewels. Every elemental weapon has a cap, so you really want to go for is min max when it comes to the game. So I can add another dragon jewel, but if I were to add another one, see, the dragon element did not go up, which means that I am wasting a jewel slot by adding 5 dragon jewels. So I would add something that will help me in another way. So for example, if I was dealing with monsters, the gameplay loop encourages you to try out different weapons because you want to see how the weapons interact with the monsters and how every weapon is. The loop makes you want to, because as you keep killing monsters, you're going to keep getting more materials, and there's going to be at one point where you have too many materials and you think, you know what, I have too much share of this, I have been playing with this weapon for a long time, I want to try something else. By that point, you already have enough materials to go craft that weapon and try it out. And you never know, maybe you're dealing with Rathalos and you know you're going with, you know, your longsword and it's making you very difficult to kill it, and you think, you know what, let me try something else, let me try with the bow, and then you realize with the bow it's much more easier to deal with this thing, and you go, oh, okay. So you go, okay, let me try other stuff to see, you know, what can kill it faster. Any weapon is viable, but you know, it all depends on your skill and your skill with that weapon. Because I've seen people with long swords that can wreck, you know, every monster in the game, but the minute you give them a bow, they're like, I don't know how to use this. How do I beat this thing? It's you know, all down to the specific person. And once you're already very good with, you know, a certain weapon, you by that point you really want to just maximize it and see how high you can get this thing going. So let's say that I'm been dealing with dragon monsters and they're kicking my butt, like what happened with Rathalos, you know, and I think, you know what, I don't need that. When I was hitting him, I was thinking to myself, you know, I don't need the attack on this thing because I am killing him faster, but I do feel like I'm a little bit too squishy for this guy. So let me add a couple of protection rules. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to allow me to while it's active, it's going to reduce my damage taken by 30%. So it's going to give me a little bit more defense that I need, and it's going to help me feel a little bit more, safer when it comes to certain enemies. If, let's say, for example, that I was going for a, paralyzing build, then I would go back to, the forge, go to the weapons, go to the bow, and look for a bow in the tree that has paralyzing. Okay, so as we can see, the Tobikadachi bow has paralyzing plus coatings on the arrows, which means that whenever I hit it, it's gonna increase the paralyzing power on him, and which means I can do a couple of things. So let's say, for example, let's say that I want to make a paralyzing build. Upgrade weapon, forge. Let's say that I want to make a paralyzing build. Tobikadachi bow, and I will change this to so I would increase the bolt and that's odd. That's odd. I thought I would have had more. Oh, okay. So it's only gonna allow me to use paralyzing coats, which it's already included in the thing. That's why. Gotcha. Because I was looking at my, I think I was thinking more about my longsword at that point. Yeah, because the bow is what you really want to do with the bow is just use coatings with paralyzing plus, which it's already innately into the weapon, as opposed to, let's say, a as opposed to, let's say, a great sword, and you need to have that thunder attack or that paralyzing element to it. That's why I was getting confused. Okay, so basically bows don't have that innate paralyzing element, only melee weapons, because of the paralyzing coats that the arrows that they already have with so so while I'm here,
there you are, Flavor.
let's see. Manage investigations, set decorations, change equipment. I kind of want to go. I kinda really wanna go kill fucking great jaggers. Just for the hell of it, you know? So let's go with this. Okay. I have that bad habit of always, you know, going for the quest and then going to the canteen, as opposed to eating at the canteen and then going to the quest. You know? Let's see what this guy does. Sorry for the noise, though. That's the problem with living next to a highway. That the mic picks up everything. Alright, so let's see. Now we're dealing with great jaggers, so now if the fireflies could stop doing that, you know, like, you know, I know where the great jaggers is. Can you not like break my neck by switching the camera like 180 degrees? Honestly, I'm just like, I'm not even worried about the great jaggers. I'm just worried about Devil Joe just showing its ugly ass face in this thing, man. Hey. That's done. Alright, so Great Jaggers is over and done with. Let's see now. Okay, that's done. We're gonna be dealing with Rathalos now, so change equipment, item box. Takes Wrath. Gustavo, what can I tell you, man? Hey Rathalos, how you doing? Is it enough? Yeah, no. It's just a decent, so I'm not gonna even worry about that Rathalos right now. Just a regular sized Rathalos, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I need to be dealing with him right now. Oh my god, I was scared shitless. I thought it was gonna be a devil Joe right there. Alright, I'm gonna... God, Lord. Stop roaring. Too claustrophobic, man. I really do hate that this thing is doing this. Wait, what the fuck, man? Lord, that was annoying. God, that was really frustratingly annoying. Okay. Let's see this thing. Darn it, I wasn't going that way, I was supposed to go that way. Alright, so I kinda wanna do a quest or an investigation where Devil Joe appears. you son of a gun. Ay, ay, ay. Beats the crap out of me, he gets hit a couple of times, now he's limping and crying, just being a complete baby about it, you know what? Alright. He's heading up top, so we'll kill it. Let's just... God, it's just so annoying. Trying to get crowns for this game is like... You may get one, you may get two, but there's no way in hell you're getting all of them in less than 50 hours. So frustrating. No, thank you. I just want one crown before the night's over. I've been doing this for the past 4 hours. I've been streaming for the past hour and a half. I think I spent more time dealing with fucking Rathalos than anything else. So there's Azur, Rathalos, and Tobikadachi. Okay. You know what? Let me go back. Let me get some trap meat and stuff like that. Item box. Some poison meat. Some dog parts. Alright, so let's see if we can actually meet Mr. Pickle. Alright. Up top, huh? Jaggers don't really need you. Oh boy. Now we might want to eat. Ah, look at that. Feline Dung Master. Okay, so we'll take that, I guess. Where is Tobikadachi? Ah, yeah, dude. I'm just. I really. Regular Tobikadachi, I guess. Alright. Let's see. If it doesn't show up from here, I'll go for another investigation. Big enough? Is it big enough? We might have a... No, not even close. Great, damn it. Okay. So Rathalos is... Okay. Let's go to the Coral Highway. Oof. Hopefully, let's see if we can get that stupid pickle to show up. God, my eyes are killing me. Well, that's what I get if I play this game for 6 hours straight. Alright. Oh, look at that. Someone liked one of your activities. Thank you. Oh no, you have to be kidding me. Really? Oh, there goes that. It's a giant. Well, I want to say giant, but it's a decently sized Autogoron. The problem with that is that I already have Autogoron. Or sort of going on. That's actually it. Oh, come on, give me a break. Be looking for a giant or Jaggers and a giant Rathalos, stuff like that. More scared of Devil Joe showing up than anything else, to be perfectly honest. Is it big enough for a crown? Don't think so, but I wouldn't know. I already have this. that was fun. Not really, but yeah. Alright, so... You kidding me, right? He's in the freaking Rotten Well. Oh man, really? Okay, well, I guess. Really? He's in the Rotten Well. Fucking. Swear to God, if he eats the fucking Rodabon, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Change equipment. Let's go with that. Item box. Okay, there's fucking pickle juice. Oh boy. Well. Oh boy. This is gonna be an interesting thing, to say the least. God Lord Almighty. Thank you, Panic, you're a beautiful thing. Oh, he's pissed now. Fuck. damn it! Ooh! Oh my god. Can you guys get out of the way? My god! Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Oh no, 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 no. You have... No double Joe. Let him go. Let him go. God. Oh my god, he's just... Jesus Christ. He's using the Great Gyros as a freaking hammer. Holy cow. You're gonna go back in there for more? You're like masochistic or something? Oh no, no, you're running away. Are you kidding me? This is just one of those where like... No, you have. This is just everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, man. Every single time I need to get this thing to be like hitting it. Do me a favor, Devil Joe. This time, I don't feel bad. Just kill fucking Great Heroes. Just kill them. I don't care anymore. Jesus Christ. God. It's just horrible, like. This is absolutely horrible. Damn. This guy's just being a complete douche, man. The entire fucking fight. Using a fluvial, man. Just in. Hey, brother, man. What the fuck are you doing, man? Really? You have to be kidding me, right? Alright, you're almost dead. You disgusting son of a bitch. Alright. Damn this mother. Can you even capture this motherfucker? to capture this motherfucker. So I guess you can't capture him. Alright, so we're just gonna kill him then. Fuck you, asshole. Oof. Hey, we got the tail and we got a lot of shit. Alright. Okay, so I think that's where I will end this stream. Let's go back to Astera, to the workshop, and we'll see what we get from this. Jesus Christ, this guy was annoying as hell. Devil Tailfang, hide, Tailfang, hide, scale, hide. You're kidding me. It was the largest I ever seen. Well, it was the first largest I ever seen because it's the first one that I ever seen. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is getting really annoying. Oh, because now I'm gonna have to fucking farm the hell out of this guy to get the fucking crown achievement. Oh, man. I really have to start doing all this, like Alright, so before we end the stream, let's see what we get by crafting devil. First things first, let's do the palico equipment. Let's see what we have here. So the Palico gets a hammer. Alright. Oh, the helmet looks sick. I like it. Ah, nice. I like it, you know? Gives that old gladiator look kind of feel. Alright. Let's see what happens if I change the color of this. At least on the head. Alright, decent. Alright, so that's what we get from the Palico. Let's see what we have for armor. Really? Okay. Looks like a. I'm guessing they were going for like a lucha libre, like wrestler kind of thing, kind of theme or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what they were going with. It definitely looks like a one of those like lucha libre mass, wrestlers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. What skills does it get though? Latent power, speed eating, thunder, part breaker. Handicraft. Okay. Ooh. Latent power. Alright, this is a decent, may actually be a very decent set. Alright. Now we're getting into the meat of things. The weapons. Upgrade equipment. Devil Joe 3. Huh? Wait, what? Okay. So okay. Devil Joe Scale, Devil Joe Talon, Devil Joe Hellfang, Devil Joe Saliva, 252 attack, negative 25% affinity, Dragon 150, Elder Seal high. But why? I feel like I just get shortchanged, to be perfectly honest. I guess. I guess you could reduce it to negative 10 affinity, or you could give it a level 2 jewel. I don't know. I feel like I feel like it could have been a lot better. I mean, close range, power coatings, poison, decent, not the best. I would have preferred something like glass or paralysis, but you know, it's like they took Hazak Veloz. Okay, I mean, even with Hazak Veloz 2, you get 2 augmentations, plus you get a slot number 2, you get average Elder Seal, and you get Dragon 270, attack 228. It's even their Gigante, Doom Shaft. You're getting 240. Like, I just don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this and sleep on it and see how I think about what I feel about this bill. But anyways, that was tonight's stream. Thanks everyone for watching, and anyone who's gonna watch this on YouTube, you know, enjoy. Wow, I feel like I got really screwed by this thing, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. Good night.